Hello. Good evening. Hello. Can you all hear me?
Good evening, madam.
Oh, okay, great. So after maybe 2-3 weeks, right? We have to cover 4 or 5 lessons more, and we will finish that one also as soon as possible. And today, the consumer behavior and segmentation. I think a little bit of this one we have discussed at the beginning of our module, right? So let's see until the others log in, we can start the session as we have 17, 16 students here. Okay. What is the buying behavior? As you all know, what is consumer behavior? When you are going to purchase any kind of good or maybe the service. I saw you all visited that destinations, isn't it? Yes? for your assignment? Everyone visited? Hello? Okay. So give me answers when you selected the accommodation, when you are reaching before that destination, what sort of things you considered? Give me a few answers. Because this will be your exam questions as well. So you have to actively, yes, good. You're considering about the price. What else? Yes, location and amenities. Yes. And the first thing you considered what? The destination, right? Based on the destination, you have selected all the things, your accommodation and the price and accessibility. What are the way you can access? Do they have public transportation or maybe the your private vehicles? Likewise, you have considered a lot of things. So likewise, before purchase, maybe a soap or maybe a toothpaste. So you have different patterns, buying patterns. Likewise, these things also you are having kind of behaviors. Consumer buying behavior refers to the buying behavior of final consumers. Finally, before you are buying all the things, then what kind of behaviors you have? So that may be individual and household who buy goods and services for personal consumption. You are going to consume that service or the product, and then before the consume, you are considering some sort of things. The central question for marketers is how do consumers respond to various marketing efforts the company might use? So think whether you are having a kind of service or maybe the product. So you are considering how is the consumer going to purchase our product? What are the things they are considering? So based on that, you are making your service or product according to the behaviors of the consumer. Buyer behavior, marketers need certain response from the customers. So they need to know what should be the exact stimulus to provide to get that response. So when you are going to buy some kind of thing, maybe a hotel room or maybe a kind of food or hospitality service, marketers need certain response. So they need to respond to the customer's need. As you are a customer, they need to address for your needs. So they need to know what should be the exact stimulus. Stimulus means the quality of the product. So is it satisfied according to your needs and wants? So is that affordable for your price? Likewise, we are considering different things. It may be the location, maybe the atmosphere, maybe the price. Likewise, you are considering different stimulus. So according to that, the buyer is going to buy according to the brand or the color or maybe what is the level of the market they are having. Think whether you are going to stay in Hilton Hotel or the Shangri-La or maybe a small villa. That is depend on you. So what kind of response you have, then according to that you are going to buy your product. Buy the brand of marketers X and reject the brand of competitor Y. So you are going to buy the product and the competitor, there is another competitor, think whether Hilton and the Shangri-La. So you are going to buy one of product of this. So what may be the competitor? Maybe Hilton or maybe the Shangri-La. Based on your requirement, then you are selecting Hilton. So the competitor Y is rejecting. So likewise, you are having different options. according to your needs and want, you are selecting the particular product or the service. That is your behavior of the market. And before you consume any product or service, there are different kind of things we have to consider. Number one is consume behavior is purposeful and goal oriented. You need to have kind of goal. So before you travel to the destination for your assignment, so the goal is to accomplish your assignment. Sometimes it may be leisure or maybe having fun with your friend. Anyway, so that is the goal oriented, and you have kind of purpose before you selecting any kind of location. The consumer has free choice, so you need to have different choices to compare with others, the prices, location, access. Likewise, you say, then you have free choices. And consumer behavior is a process that is not directly happen. You are comparing, you are discuss with others, your family, your friends, and you are looking for the recommendation and their comments. Likewise, then there is a kind of process that make few time. Consumer behavior can be influenced. Definitely, that is influential for the destination or maybe product or the service, because based on their behavior, the product or the service adapted according to their needs and wants. There is a need for consumer education. Before you are reaching for that service, you should have kind of idea what kind of services they will have. Are they providing breakfast or maybe the full board or maybe half board? Is it bed and breakfast only accommodation? So what sort of distance you have for the main points? And if you are a foreigner, then you are considering the distance to the airport and another main cities. Likewise, you are considering uh, some kind of thing based on your education. Education means not the tourism education, that is common sense about the destination, right? And there is a model based on the behavior. Before you are selecting the product, service, or maybe your location, then you are having kind of behavior as a consumer. Number one is stimuli. That is why you already mentioned about price or the product, place, promotion. Likewise, you are considering the stimulus. Okay. So first you are considering the product. What is the destination? Then you selected the destination, maybe goal, maybe candy. Likewise, you selected kind of destination. And then you are considering the price. What is the transport cost? What is the accommodation cost? What is food cost? Likewise, you are considering the price ranges. And then place. What kind of places you can, if it is a product, then you are considering what kind of places you can buy that product. So it may be a supermarket or maybe a normal shop. But when it is a service, then you are considering which places you are having that service. And the promotion, how far is it is promoted. Likewise, these things you are considering. And the others to maybe economic, technology, political, cultural, those kind also you are considering. So the second part is buyer's black box. That is not appearing for others because the service provider and the other parties don't know about your preference. You are just deciding, and the other don't know whether until you are buying the product, what kind of decisions you are having. What is your decision making process? Are you satisfied or not, or medium? Likewise, that is inside of you. That is the black box. Okay. And the other one, after you are selecting all the things, then you are deciding, then you are going to make your response, buyer's response. So you selected different choices and then kind of brand, and again uh, Give me a moment. Okay, sorry. And this is not this one. So you are uh, going to make your decision. Then you have different choices. According to that, you selected different brand, and you are having dealers, and you are having some sort of time to purchase. And but for how many people, how many packs count? Maybe you are individual, or maybe couple, or maybe group. Likewise, then you are making your response. This is the consumer behavior model you need to identify. That is according to Philip Kotler. I think I shared the book during your seventh lesson, this book. So please go to that for the information. So this will be a question for your exam as well. Discuss with examples in destination marketing in tourism. Okay. Hope now you have an idea about this part. Okay. And the other one, how you are, I'm not going to give now the group discussion because we are not having much time. Uh, how the following factors affect the behavior. So how you are, so when we are making that behavior, there is some kind of things affecting maybe the culture, or maybe the social, or maybe the personal, and maybe psychological. Likewise, there are different aspects affecting when you are buying some kind of things. Let's see what are those. Number one is cultural factors, and the second one social, and the personal, psychological. Based on these things, buyers is appearing. Okay. Culture means it is maybe culture, subculture, maybe social class. And the social reference group may be family or roles and status. According to your roles and your status, that may be differ. And the personal thing, your age, life cycle stage, occupation, economy, your personality and self-concept, those are the personal matters. And psychologically, what kind of motivation you are having to buy that one, and your perception, what is the view you are having, that is the perception, and learning beliefs and attitude. Based on these areas, you are going to buy different things. Okay, number one is culture. Culture is the most basic cause of a person want and behavior, because based on your surrounding culture, it may be your village, or maybe your city, or maybe your religion, or maybe your surrounding background. Likewise, the culture is depend on. Culture is learned from family, church, temple, school, peers, colleagues. So you are a university community. So you will have different groups among you. So that is another culture you are having. So when it moving to your family, that is a different culture. When it moving to your religious background, that may be vary. Likewise, the culture is different. Culture include basic values, perception, wants, and behavior. So that is different kind of things. Based on these things, you are going to make your decision when you are purchasing kind of things. And under that, you can see the subculture. Group of people with shared value system based on common life experiences. So you are having a culture. Under that, you are having subculture. So, yeah, as the German, they are punctual, and UK, they are having some subculture. They prefer toast are preferred as meal. So when it comes to Saudi Arabia, that is the main culture, and in their subcultures, they are accepting the refreshment if not regarded as an insult. So when it comes to Japanese, they prefer formalities. Likewise, based on their culture, they are having different subcultures included there. And the other one, social class. Society is relatively permanent and ordered division whose members share similar values, interests, and behavior. So they are having different social classes, or the buyers having. That is vary according to their economic background, social background, likewise their values and the interest. Likewise, the society is very different one to another and measured by a combination of occupation, income, education, wealth, and other variables. You think whether if you are in a middle class family, then you educated properly, then you are moving to a high professional background. So the social class may be changed, but some people they are having a rural life, so they are having limited needs and wants, but their social class is very different and their spending capacity also very different. Likewise, you are in around you, you think whether there are different social classes among the society. So that also considering before you are buying kind of things. And the other special thing is major American social class. When you take this one, this is an example. They are having the upper class, upper middle, low upper, and the poor. Likewise, this is the normal class deviation in the society. So, and also that is differ based on the wealth, education, and the occupation and the income. So, based on these attributes, the classes purchase behavior is very different. Upper class, they are really rich and wealthy. They have good ability to their expenses and they are having different buying patterns. And when it comes to the middle class, that is kind of lower than the upper one. So they are having middle life, but they are educated. They are having some sort of purchasing power. And when it comes to the working class, they are really busy with their job and their working environment, and they are not having more time to spend with this leisure activity. When it comes to the lower class, that is the buying patterns also very different and in lower level, but they are not moving to the branded thing likewise. So based on these things, market should be addressed all the classes. It may be the lower, maybe the working, maybe middle, maybe upper, according to their spending capacity, their class, their society, their culture. So based on that, the market should provide the service. And the other one, social factor. Now, up to now, we have discussed about this one, culture. Okay, now we are moving to this one. What are the factors influencing consumer behavior? Now we know how the culture is influencing, subculture influencing, and social class. Now we are going to discuss about the social. Consumer behavior is influenced by consumers group, family, social roles, and status. So when it comes to the social factors, they are having different groups, maybe family and roles and status. Based on that, their buying patterns are very different. They are having some kind of uh, age, maybe you're like your university group, maybe your another club groups, likewise you are having different groups. And the other one, the family, most important consumer buying organization, because most of the families are doing buying and engaging with activities with their family members, and roles and status. It may be their education level, maybe their society, or maybe their role of the family, maybe role of their working environment. Likewise, the social factors also very different. And the other one, who are the consumer groups you can see. And individual attitudes and behavior are influenced by many small groups. Individually, you are going to buy something, then that is influencing your group as well. So the groups we can see: membership group, reference group, aspirational groups. There are different kind of groups among you. And then the leader's opinion is lead to the purchase pattern. Okay, so we have discussed these two, culture and the social. And the other one, personal factors, that is about your inside life, age and life cycle stage. You are having think whether during your age 10 what kind of needs you want, what kind of things you wanted, and what are the preferences. But after that 15 age, after 20, then 30, the needs and wants are very varied. Okay, but now you are maybe seeking for kind of adventure activity, kind of exciting new thing. But when you are in your child age, then you are looking for uh, maybe children park, okay, maybe cartoon, likewise some kind of tasty foods. Likewise, that is very different according to the age and your occupation. But the occupation is very important. Based on your income level, you are selecting the things you are going to buy, and economic situation as well. You are earning and the spending capacity also, one to another is very depending on. And the other one, lifestyle. Lifestyle, a person pattern of living as expressed in his or her activities, interest and opinion. So based on their lifestyle, then they are choosing what they need to do. And the other one is uh, the same thing, lifestyle, pattern of living as expressed in psychographic. You are having different patterns when you are living in your personal life. So that is also very influential factor when you are purchasing your product. And that may be your hobby based, your work, maybe your shopping, what kind of activities you are doing, that is linked with your personal lifestyle. And the other one, the interest, maybe food, fashion, and recreation. And when I'm traveling, then I'm considering most of the time the atmosphere and the foods and the surrounding and what are the things we have to do, the activity. Those kind of things I'm considering. And the other one, opinion or culture, society, what kind of opinions you are having. Those things also really matter. And here, the personal factor, the same topic we are discussing. Personality is a person distinguishing psychological characteristics that lead to relatively consistent and lasting responses to his or her environment. Their personality, what kind of personality and psychologically they are having to buy that purchase. So once I went to the barista, my first impression was really bad. Even now also, I'm not going to barista because I didn't have the good impression about their brand and their tasty of the food. Because first I tried kind of sandwich and cup of coffee. both not good. And then I decided not to go to any barista. Likewise, we are having different experience. And here, your self confidence is much important and the adaptability. Some people are really fear to enter uh, the luxurious experiences that may be not that much high expensive, but some people fear to enter luxurious restaurant and the activities and those kind of personalities they are having, and the self confidence is much important when you are developing your purchasing behaviors. And self concept is the complex mental pictures people have themselves, also known as self image. Like barista, that is really bad, but I once tried in Starbucks in Mumbai airport. That was really amazing. Starbucks is kind of brand you all know, that is a well recognized coffee brand in around the world. So we need to have kind of personality and self concept before we are purchasing. And the other, now we have discussed culture, social, and the personal. Now we are moving to psychology, right? Psychologically, what kind of factors we need to consider? First, you need to have the motivation. I think you all know about Maslow's theories of motivation. Is it covered your previous lesson? Maslow's theory? Yes. Are there anyone? No one in the session? Only 24 students, only me talking. No one is responding. Hello? Anyway, so the motivation theories are there, maybe Herzberg theory and the Maslow's theory. So let's see. Yes. Then I'm not going to discuss more about this one. When we accomplish our needs and want, we are considering this psychological need, safety, social needs, and the esteem need, and then finally we are having the self-actualization. That is also very matter with considering in purchasing, buying behavior. Okay, and perception. That is what kind of belief you are having. Selective attention. When you are going to select kind of things, then you are having to have some kind of attention about it. Consumers are constantly bombarded with information and will screen out stimuli. Stimuli I already discussed. It may be product, price, or place likewise. And the current need, what you are having, anticipate deviation from normal size, what you are comparing with each other. Then you are having some kind of attention before select. And the next one, distortion. Message do not always come across in the same way the sender intended. You think whether kind of service provider or maybe the hotelier or maybe another destination, so they are trying to give kind of message, but you are not taking the message very properly. You don't know whether you are having kind of complicated thing, but that is not really good for to address psychological factors. You need to consider these things. And selective retention. People will forget much that they learn but will tend to retain information that support their attitude and benefit. But according to that, they are buying again and again based on their belief and attitude and what kind of benefits they have. Learning describes changes in an individual behavior arising from experience. So, psychologically, they are having kind of learning about some kind of service, destination, or maybe product. So, they have kind of awareness. And based on that, they are going to experience the thing. A belief is a descriptive tool that a person holds about something. Uh, So if they are believing kind of thing about some services, then that is matter to again buy. They are pre-purchasing. Airline poor maintenance. So uh, if they are experiencing this kind of thing, then they are not going to purchase again that airline. And the other one, an attitude describe a person relatively consistent evaluation, feeling, and tendencies toward an object or an idea. So, attitude is really matter. Based on your attitude, that is describing what you are going to buy, how you are going to evaluate, what kind of feelings you are having. So, think whether when you are satisfying different cultural people, then the attitude may be different each other. So those are the psychological factors need to consider. So when it comes to the decision making process, you have kind of steps to cover. Okay, next I'm going to discuss the segmentation after this part, right? So now you know about this one, a model for consumer buying behavior and the factors affecting consumer buying behavior, and the other one, buyer decision process. Okay, what kind of decision they are going to make when they are buying? They need to recognize what they need and the information searching and evaluation with alternative. They are comparing with each other and then making the decision, and after purchase what they have their idea. So number one is need recognition. For the decision process to begin, a potential buyer must first recognize a problem or need. They number one they have to have a need. Can be caused by internal or external stimuli. So now you know about internal and external stimuli. These are the stimuli we discuss here. Product, price, place, promotion. These are we can consider about internal, and the other one is external stimuli. Uh, Markets may use sales, personal advertising, and packaging to trigger recognition of needs or problem. So market also making some sales personal, how they are going to reach personally, and advertising and the packaging, those are attracting the people. You think whether the product is pass along, they are attracting the buyer based on their textures, the aroma. There are different tactics they are using. So when you are going to promote kind of destination also, you need to consider these factors. And the other one, recognition speed can be slow or fast. That is depend on how they are identified the product. And information search. Then they are searching for the information based on their personal sources, maybe family, friends, neighbor, likewise. And the commercial, advertising, salespeople, dealers, packaging, and display, or maybe the public sources like restaurant reviewers, editorial in the travel section, consumer rating organization. Likewise, they are searching information about the service or the product. And now they have different options to select. In here, they need to find out one option. Then they are comparing with others and evaluating, and then find their product. Product are seen as bundle of product attribute, customer rank attribute, and home purchase intention. That is dependent. So anyway, uh, they are evaluating the product and alternative. And market evaluation of alternative in here, market must study buyers to find out how they evaluate brand alternatives. They need to identify how the market, how the purchase buyer, how the consumer evaluating their brand, what kind of view they are having. So consumers may use careful calculation and logical thinking because they need to buy the best service, best product as they are spending their money. Consumers may buy on impulse and rely on intuition. Consumers may make buying decision on their own. So they are depending on another maybe a platform, and then they are making their decision to buy their own. And consumer may make decision after talking with others. So they are discuss with others and making their decision. And the other one, when they are making this decision, how they are going to make. And in here you see evaluation of alternative purchase, and they are going to make the decision, evaluation of alternative. And purchase intention, what kind of objectives they are having, maybe based on attitudes of other and maybe unexpected situation, and they are going to purchase the product. Okay, after that they consume the service or the product, and they are deciding, do I want to buy again and again, post purchase behavior. The smaller the gap between customer expectation and perceived performance, the greater the customer's satisfaction. That is really important. At the end of the day, you need to satisfy the customer. And then they are deciding again to buy or not. Cognitive dissonance is buyer discomfort caused by post-purchase conflict. So they are based on their post-purchase conflict, or maybe the decision, then they are going to decide again buy or not. The buyers doubt shortly after a purchase about whether it was the right decision. So, and then they are considering whether it's right or not. So I'm not going to discuss about all the things up to segmentation because your syllabus is covering only this part, right? Okay. Now you all know about consumer buying behavior, isn't it? Any doubt? Yes? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And then now we are moving to market segmentation. Segmentation means we are dividing some kind of part. Segmenting. I think the people who are following marketing, they know about this one, right? Market segmentation, targeting, positioning. Okay. Market segmentation. Only we are considering this part. Let's see. Segmentation is dividing the market into smaller group with distinct need, characteristic or behavior that might require separate marketing strategies or mixes. So based on that, we can divide the market different parts. That is called as segmenting. You can see here maybe female, male, and living in rural, and maybe cities, high income, medium and low income, maybe the age and the working background. Likewise, the total population you can divide different part. If they are going to promote the destination, then you need to identify the product diversification. So what kind of people you are going to give what kind of product. Okay. And market segmentation we can do according to the geography and the demography, psychography, and the behavior. When it comes to the geography, that is based on the geographical location, maybe the nation, state, region, country, city, neighborhood. Likewise, we are having the geographical location. Based on that, we are doing the segmentation. And the demographic segmentation means the market into groups based on demographic variable, maybe the age, gender, income, occupation. Likewise, you are considering different demographic factors. And psychographic segmentation is dividing buyers into different groups based on social class and maybe their lifestyle or maybe the personality characteristic, the psychographical things you are considering here. And the other one, behavior segmentation. Buyers are divided into groups based on their knowledge, attitude, and use of response to a product. The best starting point for building market segment type, you can see special location segmentation. You can divide based on their vacation or maybe their business or maybe their education purposes. Likewise, according to their occasion, you can segment. And the otherwise, benefits. So they are seeking for the quality or maybe the convenience. Likewise, user status, potential users and first time users. So some users may be the first time user and they are considering again, do I'm going to use this one again and again. Then X users, previous users and the potential users. Usage rate, you have to consider the usage rate, is it high or medium or light? Loyalty state, direct contact with customers, guest history database. Likewise, you can consider the behavior segmentation. So, if we are going to do effective segmentation, we need these requirements. Number one is we need to have the measurable. Maybe the size or purchasing power, or maybe a profile. Based on that, we need to have measure the buyer and accessible. How far they can access for the destination or the product. And substantial. Do they have any other options? And differentiable. Is it differentiated with male or female, married, unmarried? Likewise, differentiable and actionable program to attract and serve the segment. How they are going to attract? What is the action? Likewise, these things we need to consider. When we are evaluating the segment structural attractiveness. Less attractive is there is high competition, buyer's power and supplier power. So they need different attractiveness when they are in the market. Company objective and resources also really important for the market segmentation. So when you are selecting the segmenting, maybe geography, demography, likewise, and you are having undifferentiated market, differentiated market, and concentrated market. Undifferentiated is that is really common one. You are not dividing different part. And product and marketing programs are geared to the largest number of buyers, because you don't need to divide small parts, but you can access for the large group users. Mass advertising and distribution, you can advertise in mass level, cost effective. So when it comes to the food court, they are having for the every consumer option. And differentiated firm target several market segment and design separate offer for each. So they are having target segmentation, then they are giving the service for that target parties. The goal is to have higher sales and a stronger position with each market segment. So they need to have one kind of goal to the each market and the sale and how they are strong. This approach increase the cost of doing business, because they need to consider one by one when they are doing marketing. So I think that is up to the lesson. So you're having an activity. Please do this at your home, because this may be your exam questions as well. Try to answer this question. Choose a tourist destination in Sri Lanka. Explain the following consumer behavior. What kind of consumers they are having? What is the purchase pattern? Likewise, what we have discussed here, you have to add as example. And what are the segment in its overall market? So, can you do this activity in your home? Yes? I'm going to finish the lesson. Any
Yes,
doubts
ma'am.
about today one? Any question? Hello? Any questions? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about tomorrow? Are you available? We can do another session tomorrow as well. Then we can finish 5 more lessons and all the things done. Then you can ready for your examination. Okay, we'll discuss it on the group. I will put a message. Okay, thank you for joining everyone. Please go through the material. If you have any question, let me know. Okay, thank you. So, have a nice day.
Thank you, madam.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.